What up guys, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be walking you through all of the pre-construction things that I do before any build. And arguably this is the most important step for kicking off a build, because doing all this work sets the framework for how your build's going to turn out. This is where you can pre-plan all those really cool little details, and you also make sure that you can build this thing within budget so you're not halfway through the project and you've run out of money. And I do want to thank Milanote for being the sponsor of this video, but more about that in a little bit. A couple weeks ago in a video, I announced that I was going to be building a barn dominium project for myself to live in, which I'm super excited about because the last couple of years I've just been building for Airbnb and building for you guys. So this is going to be fun to build something for myself. I also don't have a name for the project, so if you guys have any good PNW vibey names for a barn dominium just doesn't sound fitting for the moody green mossy forest of the PNW. Drop some names down below and we'll decide on a name in this video. For those of you that aren't aware of this project, I'm going to give you a quick 30-second walkthrough of what the whole build is going to entail. Big picture on what the barn's going to be. It's going to be 32 feet deep by 65 feet wide, and it'll have two large 10-foot by 12-foot tall garage doors. But about 2/3 of the structure will make up garage, and the other half will make up a living quarters. You can see we spray painted all of the orange lines on the ground of where the living quarters is going to be. So that was me just walking into the house right there. This is all going to be kitchen. You got the sink, the stove, and there's a nice island with a couple bar stool seating. And then this will be more of an open area, and that's the dining room area. That will be the couch right there. It's a big old like 4-person couch, and you'll be looking directly at the TV and the fireplace right there. And this whole back wall will be a full glass wall accordion wall that you could essentially just open up, and you would have completely free-flowing space from the deck over to the living quarters inside. So this will be the entrance to your master bedroom. So you'll walk through the door right there. This will be your giant walk-in closet. There will be a secondary door where I'll have all sorts of shelves there, and we'll have a whole bunch of shelves on that side. And then the king bed right there. And then that whole area there opens up to incredible views of the forest. Then working our way over to the master bathroom. It's sort of a master bath because you can connect through the bedroom there, but it's also going to double as the main bathroom for the home. We'll have a double vanity sink there, big cabinets on that right side there to store all the towels and everything, the toilet, and then I was just in the shower right there. So it's going to be a massive shower. We're going to have some glass walls looking out into the forest. So previously I would always just use folders on my computer to store everything from inspiration photos to schedules, estimates, budgets, everything. I would just store it on my computer in a folder. Honestly, I had found a structure that worked pretty well for myself. I both kicked off the Pacific Bin and the Cedar Hollow and had them both be very successful projects. So I was just getting ready to start setting up all the file structures for this barn dominium project when Milanote reached out. For those of you that don't know, Milanote is a tool for organizing your creative projects, which is literally perfect for what I'm doing here. I was a little skeptical at first because I'm just like, I know my structures, I know how to do it, it's gonna work super well. So they said, hey, just try it out, let us know what you think, and I was hooked. Diving into it right here, this is what the main page looks like. So I have one project so far, and that is the barn dominium. This is what my main page for the barn dominium project looks like. And what I love about this is that I can sort of see where everything is, where it's all organized, and it's just everything is in one place, which that was the biggest pain, is having it bounce from folders and like view different documents. For the overall concept here, I was just able to go drop this card right here and just give a general overview on what it's going to be. So this photo that I found online is like exactly what I want the home to look like. I'll probably have to drop off a couple of those windows up there just because windows and steel structures get a little bit tricky, and I'm trying to be budget friendly with this. This whole glass wall here will be looking out towards that forested view with that huge like couple 100-year-old cedar sitting in the forest. So I lined out a couple of the objectives. So there's going to be 1,248 square feet of garage area, which I was also able to just drop another card in here, inlay this image just to give like a general picture on what the overall layout's going to be. So as you can see here, 1,248 square feet of garage space. So I ended up sizing this truck to be the same dimensions as a Cybertruck, and then this is the same size as my Model Y. And then these are those stairs I was talking about that would go up to like, this will be like a weightlifting area upstairs, which we've even made a couple changes from that walkthrough. We still have the kitchen lined out right here, but we've added an island. We've dialed back this side of the kitchen a little bit, put the dining table right here. And then we moved this door over here just to be more efficient with our space, so we could put the couch over there and maintain this big open area in the middle here. And then we have the fireplace and the TV over here. So like I was mentioning, these glass walls will all fold in on each other like an accordion, so that this whole space back here will open up into the deck space. Like working our way over to the bedroom, you'll cut into the bedroom there, which we ended up moving this door over here so that your door isn't swinging directly in front of this glass here, and it ultimately makes for a more grand presentation when you're walking into the space, because you walk in right here and you're greeted with this massive, it's like a 15-foot wall of glass, and it'll be floor to ceiling. Bed's in the same spot. The closet shrunk just a little bit, and we ended up putting a wall there, and then you can see, oh, we actually even flipped the sink and the toilet over here. So welcome to pre-construction. Stuff changes all the time. One thing that I'm super excited about Millinode already is that I'm gonna be able to use this as my landing page for the entire construction process. So I'll be able to share this with my subcontractors. This is where I'll store construction plans, and I'll also be able to build out little question tabs where subcontractors can write their questions in there, and at the end of the day, when I'm done working my 9 to 5, I can pop on and answer all their questions. Say for example, I could just go drag this little board thing, drop a new board right here, line it up because of my ADD, and then we could put subcontractors. So then you go into this card here. Like everything is super simple to use. It works the way you would think it would. So even just clicking on this little card, you can change the icon. So like change it to subcontractors, right? You then double click on it, go into this page, and I could add like a to-do list. And I say like, what is the size of the floor joists? So you drop it down. Oh, look, it even asks like, do you want to add a title? So yeah, questions from framers, which the framer is actually going to be me. So asking myself questions, I do that a lot. So that's just one really helpful tool. You're also able to just drop documents in here. Say for example, dropping the Cedar Hollow plans, like you just drop them right in here, loads them on, and then all of my subcontractors have access to this document, which is still uploading, and there you go. So you click on that, which these aren't the actual Cedar Hollow construction plans. They're coming June 8th, 6 a.m. Save that date. The first 100 of you will get a crazy deal on the plans, and after that, they're not on sale anymore. So a little sneak peek there. What I love about this is that I can have all of my questions from subcontractors in the same spot, and just everything links back to the main homepage here. So I have a rough schedule laid out here, which this is actually probably gonna shift a little bit. But I can lay out the rough schedule, sort of see what all the steps are going to be in construction, which this little schedule here is a list of the order you would want to build everything in. I'm able to put contacts, which I'll end up putting subcontractor contacts. So if my electrician has a question from the plumber, they can just go hit up the Millinode board, find the contact, give them a call, and they're off to the races. I'm also able to build myself a to-do list here. So like actually I just ended up getting one of the concrete estimates, so I can mark that off here. Plus it's just cool being able to have all these visuals here and have everything in the same spot. Looking back at how I was doing it before with the file structure and having to click into files and have multiple tabs, like resizing them on my screen, that was archaic. Giving you a little sneak peek on what I'm thinking for the design, I'm able to add this design inspiration board, which this is where I hop on Pinterest. I just start pulling things that I like, which I just pop the photo here, put a little comment beneath mentioning what I like about the certain project or the build. Like I put on this one, this is straight up goals, the glass, and honestly these garage doors too, I really like. I'm even making notes on like how to save money here. So get rid of all of these upper windows and just mainly focus on this wall glass, because if you do this whole wall with glass, you don't have to pay your metal fabricator to fill this in with glass. Which, if you're doing this whole wall with glass, you don't have to pay your metal fabricator to build a full metal wall here. So you're saving money on not having to sheet metal and insulate this whole face with typical insulation, and you just replace it with glass. So you get a really cool view and you save a couple bucks there. But then you're also able to add cards like this, which for those of you that have been following the channel for a while, you know I'm obsessed with Tricorn Black, Sherwin-Williams paint, which I painted the Pacific Bin, the Cedar Hollow, all this Tricorn Black. And then for the garage space, what I'm thinking is wrapping all the metal trusses and painting some black beams and adding the cedar tongue and groove along that face, so it'll make for a nice warm feeling. Sometimes those garage shop combos can feel very cool with just everything being white. So I definitely want to warm it up with some cedar on the ceiling, but we'll see. It was crazy expensive at the Cedar Hall. Maybe we'll compromise with something. I also forgot to mention that this whole lower level is going to have 10-foot ceilings, so we'll have nice high ceilings, but the overall metal structure will actually have 18-foot walls, and then they'll be pitched up to 24 feet, I believe. And then the other side here, a nice little like reading nook with a library, and I think we'll even build in a guest bedroom and maybe a secondary little bathroom up here. So the overall style for the interior design is like a modern Balinese combo. You can really get a feel with the shower here, just having the wood accents on the ceiling, which I mentioned, like I love having the plants in there. We're gonna have these big old glass windows in the shower as well, and then we can build in these little floating shelves and use the tile that looks like wood on these shelves and these little built-ins, just so it's a really like dynamic shower. Working our way into the bedroom, this is obviously a little bit warm here. We wouldn't do like all these muted colors, would bring some more greens in. And then closet wise, this is roughly what I'm thinking for the closet. So lots of LED lighting, a mirror at the end of the closet. I've like never had a functioning closet in my life, so this will just be really nice to have everything in one spot and just be super neat and tidy. So then upstairs in my office, this is kind of what I was thinking for those built-ins I was talking about. I would probably do a few more darker, heavier colors, because we're also gonna have a full glass wall up here above. So my office will be right up here, and there'll be another glass wall up here. Oh, you can see another shot of the fireplace like that. We did this stacked firewood detail over the Pacific bin, and it looked so good. So we're probably gonna keep that going, especially because we're gonna be doing a real wood burning fireplace here, which I'm so excited about. So you can see a couple more bathroom design inspirations. This is kind of what we're thinking glass wall wise. This will kind of be the island detail, a waterfall on both ends there, which I'll show you how I go find images, bring them into my design board and sort of caption them. For example, I don't have anything about the deck space in here. So for example, this cabin up at Mount Baker has the coolest little barrel hot tub in the deck, which I thought would be super cool to integrate into this build. Just like click on these images here, save it to desktop, go to my desktop, drop the image right in here. It's literally that simple. And then I'll just click on it, hit caption, hot tub goals. So then once I start finalizing the design and getting all the fine details worked out, I'm able to lay out exactly how all of this is going to integrate together. So we'll go back to the main page here. Now diving into the estimates, which this part alone is going to save me so much time. So I'm able to lay out each of my categories here, which you can see I just started laying all these out. On this detail here, you're able to see I sort of laid out how the foundation's all going to work out. I can have my supporting documents here and then have the estimates down below. So this is the estimate for the steel structures. I'm able to build checklists, so if I have to go like meet with my wood structure guy, because I'm toying around with potentially doing a wood structure versus metal, so I'm able to put those checklists on there, and as I'm knocking them out, I'm just able to mark them off. So then I'm also able to put concrete estimates in here, and I'll just start stacking all the estimates. This is how I'm going to work out all my estimates. I'm able to put notes up here, add all the PDF estimates under here, and then going back over to the budget side of things, once I have all my estimates put together, I'm able to select the cheapest one or the contractor that I just feel the best about. What I love about Milanote is that just everything works the way I want it to, right? Like want to add a comment in here, you just go drop a comment box. Want to get rid of it, just hit delete. It's just very efficient with how everything works. You want to add a table in there, you don't have to select like I want 8 cells by 10. It's just like it drops the standard one in here, and then you can just easily customize however you want. Another cool component is that you can add all these little arrows, so like you can tag things together. Overall, just the program is super versatile. Love how this thing works. I'm definitely going to be using this for all my builds moving forward, and it's going to be a huge time saver for both me, my contractors, and our form of communication throughout the whole project. But you can even see I added a little link box down here for the construction company that's going to be doing the metal structure. Say for example, I want to add Redwood Outdoors, which will be providing the sauna. We'll just go, yep, so Redwood Outdoors, copy the link, add it right there, and boom, they like add some of the hotkeys, and it's super slick. And no, let's clean that up for the ADD. So even though I was stuck in my ways using files on my desktop to manage my projects, I'm going to be using Milanote for all of my future projects, whether it's the design inspiration side of things, the estimates, the budget, subcontractors and managing them and all their million questions. Like this program just does it all and is super versatile. So, I mean, whether you're managing like a construction project or you just have like a creative project going on at work, or I don't know, I'm hooked. So if you guys do want to try out Milanote, it's actually free to sign up for with no time limit. So go check it out, start building out some boards, have a little bit of fun with it, and I really think you guys are gonna like it. And I hope this was helpful for you guys to sort of learn how to start a construction process, which if you guys are still watching this, that means that you're interested in construction and how to build out a project yourself. So you can use a ton of my construction schedule layouts, my estimate structure, budgeting, and like sort of itemizing out each of these scopes and start working on your projects yourself. Let me know in the comments down below what projects you guys are working on. I love connecting with you guys. I try and answer all of your comments. So let's stay in touch. Thanks Milanote for sponsoring this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.